So today I'm heading to a place called Playford, which is north of Adelaide. And Playford is one of those, relatively disadvantaged communities. And the reason I'm going there is to visit a facility called Northern Sound System. Now what that is, it's an old gymnasium that was being underutilised, and someone had the great idea of turning it into a sound studio so that kids in the area could go in and learn to play music. They could become part of a band, learn the business of music, if you like. And the result of that, of course, is enormous benefits throughout the community and to the kids themselves, because it's boosting their confidence, it's giving them a creative outlet, and ultimately upskilling them in many areas to further their careers, to help them gain employment. It's a fantastic story. And I was there a couple of years ago, and I've always wanted to go back, so I'm really, really looking forward to this.
In a nutshell, you can learn music, you can rehearse music, you can play music, you can record music, as you can tell in the studio, also perform music, because we have the live performance venue, and we do all sorts of training with music.
What's the one thing that really turns you on about this place?
The ability to make a difference. Small things that, that to us might be a small thing, but to the people we engage with, it's everything to them. These people, quite often, like I may have mentioned, they don't, some of the young people we deal with, they only engage with their parents or their carers. So for them, getting out of their bedroom is a feat in itself. But when they come here, we help turn them into a very confident young person who can then use those skills across everything they do in life as well as work and education. So for me, the number one thing and the reason why I travel out here is because we can make a difference, and it seems relatively easy to make a difference, which is a good thing.
So how important is a creative outlet, or in this case a musical outlet, to boost kids' confidence and their self-esteem?
Certainly the confidence thing is probably the first thing that hits home. I mean, we deal with a lot of students, all ages, but definitely a lot of students or severely disengaged students that don't have the confidence to even get out of their house to go to school. Whereas we can, through music, we can get them down here on a weekly or very regularly basis and have them highly involved in the course. We're giving them training that is essential training that they're missing, not going to school, but we're giving them that through the programs that we do. So they, that relates and pathways to job opportunities in the long run. We have a train the trainer program as well, where we train young people to train other young people, and through that there's confidence building, of course. I think music's a cool thing. Music's what the youth are into, what everyone's into.
Has anybody modelled this? Has anyone duplicated or
there's other organisations that have picked the eyes out or chosen sections of this organisation to use, but there's no one. This is a unique organisation. Like, there's no other youth centre that I'm aware of in Australia that does exactly what we do. This particular case was with a severely disengaged youth, so he wasn't going to school, a young male. I think he was about 15. He sort of told, and this is through our facilitator, told our trainer that his whole life he'd had everyone telling him, generations of his own family telling him that, you're not going to amount to anything, don't bother trying because you won't get anywhere, you're living in a bad area that's never going to get, again, doesn't offer you anything, and he's just completely ignored all of that. Got involved down here, and he now walks around when he comes down here weekly. He walks around like he's part of the place. He walks around with all this enthusiasm and positivity, and now and he's basically going to. Well, his intentions is to be the first person in his Australian migrated family to actually finish his education, which is year 12.
I just think that's an amazing story. Not just the idea of the place itself, taking an old abandoned gymnasium and turning it into something that can teach kids how to play music, that can help them express their creativity. But just the benefits, the flow and effect that has had throughout the community. And what I really love, what I wasn't expecting, is the sheer passion and enthusiasm of someone like PJ. It was just an absolute pleasure, and it's just great to see Northern Sound System making such a difference to people and to communities. It's just a really clever, great idea that has been well supported.
and all I did was offer directions to this person, and now they're on the right path. And yeah, that's amazing. I love it. Everyone loves it. The whole team are here for the same reason.